morning, all my crafty friends. NanaKaye here with NanaKayeDesigns.com and the Ultra Book Nook. I have got the second signature for this series that we're working on ready. It's going to be a short video today because I am in the process of switching all my dies and my stamps to a notebook system. And I'll show that to you guys when I got it done. And that's taken quite a while. And while I'm doing it, I decided that my clip art can kind of go in a notebook style too. So I'm working on little things like that to try to get, I say organized. I don't know if there's any such thing as truly being organized with this, because I pull stuff out and then it doesn't get put back where it's supposed to get, or somebody comes and borrows something. But anyway, we're going to try to get a little more organized so that when I get ready to do a project, I don't have to scramble so hard. I need to downsize. That's just the bottom line. But anyway, we got the second signature just pre-prepped with all the pages on it that we're going to do. And we've got the copy stain papers put in, and everything is ready now to start decorating the second one. And I was going to do 4 signatures for this book, but I believe I am just going to do these 2, and I'm just going to have kind of a mini book. It's not going to be really great big like I normally, because I normally do like 3-inch spines. This is probably only going to be like 1.5 inch spine. So that's where we are today. So we're going to just grab some of the stuff I've already cut out, and we are going to put some pockets in and decide, I didn't just hit my camera. I'm having trouble with camera bouncing too, but I didn't hit it. I have gone ahead and cut out a lot of stuff now so that I don't have to cut on camera. I have way much clip art, as you see, that I've cut from pages. And then I've got journaling cards I've cut already. And I've got tags cut and pockets cut, all right? So it's just going to be the basic decorating today and deciding what I want. And I haven't had a belly band. I haven't done a belly band, I don't think, well, it doesn't matter. I haven't done one on this one anyway. So I think I'm going to pull out something to make a belly band with, this is a good one. I think that's what I'm going to do. But because it was made on the professional paper and not cardstock, we're going to have to grab some cardstock. It's right here behind me. Thank God it's close by. All right, and I'm going to have to glue this to that so I can make it stronger. Then we'll decide how we're going to decorate it. I think I've already used this little boy on the other signature on a whole page, but we're going to use him again this time. Make a belly band with him. But this kind of gives you an idea of how I take pages I already have and cut them down to use the graphics on them for other stuff. Especially when I have misprints. It's really comes in handy just to be able to cut them back down, which all these weren't misprints. I deliberately printed some of these just to do this with. But because I want to know when I'm making kits for you guys, and you guys are buying kits, that by printing several pieces of the kit, you're going to be able to get everything you need. Because that's my goal here, is to make sure that you have all you need. I left I don't know where my scraping tool is. Hold on just a second, guys. I've got to find it. I've been at the house working, so I'm talking a little loud because I walked away and I don't even see it here. So I don't know what I've done with it, but I've got other stuff I can use, and I'm sure I've got some more bone folders up here in my cabinet. So let me find a bone folder. Well, I say I do. That is strange, because I usually have plenty of bone folders around. Well, here I have come again and not organized, and I'm aggravated now. All right, rural work. Just something to smooth it down with. I have no idea where my smoothing tool is. Yes, I do. I started to say, I thought I had stored it in something. There it is, right there in my tray. Oh, well, so much for organizing. All right, now, next step, you know the routine. Got to cut this one back out. You know what? Let's be safe. Be safe right here and cut it right here and here. And then we're going to cut around this top. Okay. So there's that. Okay, so I got it cut. Now, let's see. I definitely got to make sure it's going to fit the page. So it's probably, just thinking it might be a little too tall. And I'm going to lay the rest over the side and just work with the piece we're working on. Oh, matter of fact, he's right there on the front. That's where I got him from. Okay. Well, that's going to work out well. All right, so let's grab this. I don't know if I want that color or my distress. I'll think about that a second. I think I want the purple. And I'm not doing a lot, just a little light spray of it across here. I'm going down the sides first, and then I've got to trim it off because I know it's too long because this got cut out of a different size of kit, which was its what I call the designer size kit. Now I need to decide, do I want my tuck all the way over? Yeah, I want it like this because I can come in with some decoration here. Or if I put it in the middle, it just kind of takes off the whole page. So I'm going to put it right about here. And I'm going to go ahead and mark my cuttings right here. Mark a cutting there. Oops, let's stay straight. Let's stay straight. And mark a cutting right there. All kinds of noises going on in this place today. My doors are flying open. Stuff falling off the tables. It's kind of spooky, isn't it? Hey, it's not Halloween. I like to cut it. Quit cutting up here. Alright, so now I've cut it down, and I can go ahead and ink the top portion. Now, if you wanted to, you could round these edges. I'm not going to on this one. I'm going to bring this one all the way over here. Yeah, and then we're just going to make sure our glue is working this morning. One little bead of glue across the top, one little bead across the bottom. A good size though, because you want it to adhere good. And like I say, we're going to go kind of close this way so that we can decorate this little bit here with something. Okay. I got me a new board, and I don't want this glue to get all over it. Okay? I hope it works a little better. This one's a little self-healing, and I hope it'll, if I cut it, it'll heal up. All right, so there's that. Now, let's go with some side decoration. What's the side? Well, that color right there, right, it's right side with it's really pretty. All right, let's take a look. Ooh, these want to tangle so bad. Okay, we're going to put a little bit there and a little one across there. And I got to figure out what green I want. Now, I got one vine of ivy, so let's see. Put the ivy down first. Put the lighter pink, lighter purple, excuse me. Boy, I am messed up this morning. Yeah, you can't go over that. Got to be careful because we got to be able to slide stuff in and out. So let's re-look at this. Go this way with it, which is a natural way of the cut. And this one is, I don't even want 3. I'm just going to do the 2, I think. The 2 cuts. Yep, that's all I'm going to go on this one. I'm not going to do 2 or 3 or 4 on this one. Keep this simple. Again, these you just put a little dab on each thing, especially at the pointy areas. A little dab of glue to hold it down. That's a pepper net. I hate them little pepper nets. They are the most annoying little things. And the weather's really hot and humid here today in eastern North Carolina. And these little rascals have decided they want to come into my shop. I don't know why. I don't have any doors or windows open, so I don't know. And I definitely don't have food in here, so I don't know what's attracting them. All right, so there's one down. Let's see. I don't want to completely cover that. I think I kind of like it. I don't want it to go into my other area over there. All right, let's just put some glue on it and we'll work on it. These are cut thin enough that you can even straighten them up a little when you put them down, even though it's got a natural curve in the die cut. I can twist it a little bit and shape it like I want once I've got glue on it. Kind of hard to do when it's just not glued down, but we definitely want it glued right here at the same point. And then we can just kind of maneuver it. Like I just said, I can kind of twist it like I want it. Let's see, right there. Okay. All right, so that gives me a little decoration off the side, but that's what I was talking about. I want a decoration off to that side. Now, you do have to make sure, guys, that you really glue these edges right here down, because you're going to be putting something in and out the belly band, and you don't want a greeting card, goodness, a journal card or whatever to catch on that edge. So you really want to push that part way down. So I take my fingernail and I'm just making sure, excuse me that I don't have polish on, but it was turning my fingernails so yellow, I just had to, I'm having to keep it off for a while. Of course, I learned on the internet yesterday something about putting toothpaste, just regular toothpaste, a whitening toothpaste on your fingernails, and it'll take those stains out. So I don't know if that's true or not, but hey, I'll try it. I like that. That's simple. It's not a lot of color, but I like that. And I possibly think I might want some kind of a label, word art. I definitely probably going to want a butterfly, but I don't want a massive butterfly, and I don't want a pink. I'm running out of my purple, so I'm going to have to cut some, but I want tiny ones. I want small ones. That's got teal in it. That one's a good combination, and if I put the ink around the edge of him, I'm going to put him down there at the bottom. That's all I want, just a little bit of nature on the bottom. But because he's not got a lot of purple in him, I am going to frame him out with purple, and then I am going to just hit the wing just a little bit. I hope you're seeing. I'm hitting the wing. See, I'm turning that wing purple, framing it out a little, and then I'm just hitting that wing, and I'm turning it more purple to blend. I'm even going to go over the orange a little with the purple and see what happens. I like it, okay? And I think I'm going to put this butterfly down low, and same thing, I've got to really glue him down tight so it doesn't interfere with a card that we may want to put in that center. So let's get him down. Same thing, take my smoother and really get him down. Okay, so that's got that. All right, now let's get a card to go inside there. Let's see, now this is my pack of cards. And I want, oh, he is so cute, but he's too big. He overpowers the little fella. I have a little girl. It was the other side of him. No, that wasn't the other side of him. I have this one and this one, but I don't really want that. I think I really want just maybe a floral design, if I can find something that's floral. Goodness, and don't you know how to take everything out the pack. Oh, I like this one too. Oh yeah, I like this. This card's got The bright, colorful pansy is the winter gift that reminds us that even though the air is cold, spring will soon be here. That's why I call this winter blooms, because the weather is usually still kind of chilly when we start planting our pansies and they start blooming out. Well, that's why I call them that. I think that's appropriate. I have an extra page here. I hope I haven't mixed up something. I'll put it aside just in case. All right, so we need, again, we need our background piece. It's right here. We're going to glue it up. And if you noticed, I have kept this particular signature, or these particular two signatures for this little book, kind of simple, because a lot of people haven't got supplies and all yet. So sometimes it's better just to keep things a little simple when you're first starting out. Get down pat these easier things, get them down pat good, so that when you're doing that part of a book, you can breeze through it, and then you've got more time for the more technical things that we're teaching. Of course, we got to cut this one out too. I should have used the cutting board, but I didn't, but that's okay. I'm going to go with the scissors. I'm very versed with scissors. All right, on the back of this, I bet y'all can't guess what has to go on the back. Yes, writing paper. You did guess it, didn't you? Some of you are learning me well, aren't you? That one's not wide enough. I might do a piece of purple if I can find a purple sheet big enough, but I don't see one. Which it really doesn't matter to me as long as it's got lines. So we're going to have to start with a bigger sheet. And I'm just going to glue it and cut it off. It's a whole lot easier than sitting here and cutting and doing this. Just my routine, a little different than other people's, but matter of fact, we're going to make this a flip up, I think, since I'm thinking about it. I haven't done a major journaling spot in a while. I don't think I've done too many at all in this book. So what we're going to do first is that right there. All right, so you've got it glued on for right now. Then we're going to fold our paper, just giving us just trying to get it right to the top of the back of the card itself. You can pick it up and look at it and make sure you're not peeking over. And you want to get this line straight right there. So that should keep everything worked out like that. Let me look at the top again. Let's get the glue paper out of the way. It wants to get sticky. All right, so now we've got a flipped up journal spot. Now here's where I am going to come in here and grab this, so we can make sure we get everything nice and even. I don't want to cut off any of the card if I can help it, but we may end up cutting a little bit. Just a sliver, we didn't. All right, back into the box over here. And then, oh, yeah, we can make a pocket too. All right, yeah, I've got a little bit of a hang over here. And before I cut it, I'm going to take a look at the possibility of making a pocket with that. Oh, yeah. This will work fine. Man, we're going to take this one and make a pocket on the inside of our card. Let's see if I can find a thing to punch my, I can't find my, there it is. Goodness gracious. Let me get a kind of a guesstimate of the center. Now that I'm not good at, and this thing doesn't want to cut. Oh, great. If you don't have card behind it, this one doesn't work. And I don't know what brand this is, but I hope I don't never get them again, because it does this to me all the time. So I messed that up. I'm just going to cut it off. Yep, I messed it up, so we're just going to cut it off. Not all the way, because I can still make a pocket, but it just won't be quite as deep. Alright, and we're going to try a different one. Alright, let me tell you how to remedy this problem. If I can get this piece of paper out of my die. Give me just a second. Okay. Alright, the way you remedy that kind of problem when you're getting ready to punch is put another piece of paper behind it. Alright, let me see where my center is. Because I sure was way off, it looked like. And I have days like that where I can't center to save my life. But put a piece of paper behind it like that, so you get a little bit more thickness. You gotta find the center. See how much difference it cuts? It is really amazing that you have to do that, but you do. Well, at least I do with that particular cutter. Alright, so I want this to be able to be seen that it's a pocket here. And of course that means, yes, we have to find something to go in there. But we're going to stain the edge of that. We're going to glue down this edge and this edge all the way to the top. There you go. So now when this opens, you've got a nice card here with a pocket in it. Okay. Try to flatten it out because the glue is a little wet still. Alright, now open it up. You got another pocket. So now we got to find another little something to go in there. Let's see. I'm not sure what I want. I don't want anything really fancy. So let's just find a little. Is that too big? That's too tall. But you could cut a little off of it. And that's too wide. These are ultra tall. So what I'm going to do is reach up here. I'm going to grab one of these cards and I'm going to decorate a card this size, which was on an old advertising card or what people call business cards. I'm going to grab one of those. And look over here at some of the stuff I have, and yeah, I got something. So I'm going to just do it this way. Just like this. Or just like this. Okay, that one right there. So put the glue on my card that I'm going to use. I'm getting it on the mat. At least it rubs right off. Alright, and I want this corner right here on this one. Got it? Well, that sun is bright today. And it is humid in here. Alright, so the front part is done for right this second. Now we're going to grab see if this is tall enough. Yep, I'll grab a little piece of that, do the same thing with the back of my business card. Like so. Put that down and cut it. So now I've got a little journaling spot there too. Alright, that was simple, guys. Like I say, sometimes simple is just the way to go. My flattening tool. Get the glue off my page because it turns it really purple looking. Alright, so there's my backing. And I'm going to corner round it. I don't like that's not big enough for me. Yeah, I like the bigger corner. Okay, and ink it. Give it a little border. That's all I'm doing, just giving a little border and covering the white spots. There we go. Now we got that done. So there you go. So now that goes there. And back to what we were working on our project, and we're going to slide that card right into there. All right, so that is done, guys, and that was a 24 minutes that I did from start to finish, well, including my talking, so that didn't take all that terrible long. So we can go ahead and work on this back side. Again, I'm going to try to do something relatively simple. So I'm going to find a pocket that I like. And I want a relatively good size one. I've used her twice already. I don't want to use that one again. I like this one. Tall and skinny. That's what I want. All right. Well, not really all that skinny, but a little bit taller. Same thing again. I'm going to pull out what's remaining on this one piece of cardstock that we've been using, but we need to do the same thing. We need to give this a good firm back. And really, guys, this is a matter of choice. If you don't want the whole thing, you can just glue like this half to give you just the strength here. If you want, but me, I'm going to glue my whole one. I just want to make my whole pocket strong. Not that it has to be, because you're just putting lightweight pieces in here, and that's all. And I'm just going to have a little tag in this one, so... All right, so down on the board. I've probably got just enough left now to back my tag. So we've been able to use this whole piece of cardstock to make it. And I got a little lump there. Got a little glue lump right there. I want to work out, guys. Just give me a second. Let me work it out a little. Okay, all right. So now we're going to cut this one out. Right on that edge again. I used to teach classes for people coming into the shop and taking classes, and then COVID hit, you know, and I am really missing teaching my in-person classes. I can't imagine. I really am missing. Yeah, I love you guys on this video. Don't get me wrong. I love reading your comments. But I sure do miss having people sitting right here with me with hands-on instructions. It's just not the same. But the world changed a lot after 2020. And things just haven't been the same. And I guess we can't ever look forward to them going back to the simple life we used to have. I think COVID has made life so complicated, or at least it has for my husband and I. All right, right down the middle. All right, so I don't need to do nothing to the back of it. Just going to do the three sides as close to the edge. And as y'all see, I'm not got real straight glue lines, but who cares? You're not going to see it once I glue it down. You do need to try to stay as straight as you possibly can, though, because you want to make sure that your pocket is wide enough for the for the tag. And I'm going all the way to the bottom. And I'm trying to kind of do a little bit on each side. I'm going to take our little smoothing tool. Okay, let that dry. Now, next, we're going to pull a tag out and see if we got one that we like. I like that little boy. Kind of goes with that little boy. The tag is a little too wide, but we can narrow it back down and cut this down. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Try to cut it the same on both sides so that we don't mess up our balance at the top. But if we do it, you know what, we're going to probably have to cut it down a lot anyway. We are. So we can, you know what I may do, guys? I'm going to do something a little different. Don't stand up there and scream at me, but let me show you. I'm going to cut off a little bit of this bottom. And then I'm going to cut the complete tag at the top off. Yeah, you're seeing right, like this. And then I think I'm going to just put a tab. I don't have a tab somewhere. And that's more. Okay, that's more cards. My tabs. I got to reach over, guys. Excuse me a minute. I've cut out several. All right, I'm going to go with this purple. It matches really well. I'm going to put a well tag on it, and then I'm going to put something else on there. I'm just going to do it this way. As a pull tab. Let's see, well, you know, I don't do it often, but, you know, why not? Let's see how it turns out. Because we can always put a little decoration on this. Let's see if I can get it kind of centered. Okay, I like that all right. I see nothing wrong with that. What have I got that I can stick on there? I got a little teeny butterfly maybe. Just, I mean, it was going to have to be a little teeny fella. And I got some real tiny ones. I just got to be able to get my finger on them. That's the wrong color, period. I had one in sight, and then it slipped away from me. That's too orangey. That's too orangey. Oh, there's a bright purple one, and that blends in too much. Let's go with this one. Angel occurred to the rescue. That's one of her butterflies. Always, always can count on that one. For that little extra something. Yep, I had a blast cutting all these little tiny fellas out, guys. Oh, but you know, it's been a long spell that I was just kind of almost flat in the bed, and being able to just sit there and cut. It was, hey, I got things done so that when I came back here to work, I'm not going to put ribbon on that. I'm not going to do any of that on this front piece. And on this back, we're going to do a writing spot and our cardstock. Got to firm it up. Make sure these bottom corners are good. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm looking in the sunlight to see where blank spots are, because when I do stick glue, I don't want any little dry spots, because you can have a tendency to get bubbles. And I want purple. This is a bluish purple, but that's what I want. It doesn't all have to be the same. It's a junk journal. This is an altered greeting card journal, so I can do whatever I want. There's no rules, because this is my design. So, and I grabbed I grabbed the wrong thing first, guys. Oh my gosh, that's all right. We're gonna fix it. See, you get to see that we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but there's always a remedy. There we go. Got to put the hard part on first. I had to put the cardstock on. Cut that back out. Now let me show you a little something. I'm going to cut all the way across here. You're going to see in just a second. I'm going to cut it all the way across. I'm not going to cut the tab out. Okay? How do I do that? Like this. Okay, so there's that. There we go. All right, so now I got the cardstock on. Yeah, I should have put the cardstock on before I even did this piece, but that's okay. Now we're going to go back and glue it one more time. I glue a sheet out. Glue it one more time. And we'll have this one done. Almost done. See, dry spots right down the edge, and that definitely is a place you don't want dry spots. Okay. Okay, we're going to go again. This is not double-sided paper, so I'm having to make sure that I'm laying the card on the right side so that the printed side will be what shows. Okay. And that way, because I didn't use a double-sided paper, I'm not going to be able to do a fold or anything on this one. It is what it is. But it's a cute little tag. I'm sorry, I'm starting to get the sniffles, guys. They're really not pleasant, honestly. Might be a little rough across there. No, it's not. It's not bad at all. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's my paper back up. Okay, so there's that. And on the back of this is going to be a writing spot. I'm seeing a little too much white right there. Okay, on this, I'm going to round the bottom corner. Round it. Then I'm going to come in. I'm going to ink. Just a light dusting, nothing fancy. Okay. I'm going to do it on both sides because I want a little bit of that same blend on this side. You can see I didn't get that good. That didn't punch out really well. Okay. Okay. So I've got ink on both sides. Now I'm going to grab my clip art. And we're going to put a little flower or something on this back side just to dress it up a little. I don't want anything really extremely large. Let me see what I got. Just like this. This is perfect right here. Just to give it a little bit of interest right there. Instead of it being just totally bland. I'm covering the white again on the edge. I'm not really doing much else, just getting rid of the white edge here, keeping all the color blends as much as we can, and I might hit my flowers a little bit with my stamp. Let's see which way I like it. I think I like it just like that. Again, these pieces of clip art that you're seeing are simply parts of these pages that we had a misprint on, or either I just printed extra just so I could get the clip art. Okay, pansies are not something I've been able to find a lot of clip art for, so I like that, and I might want a little word art on it at the bottom, guys. Now this is just simply to your liking. You don't have to add. I don't want a sunflower on there because that's not a sunflower. Rejoice, I like that word, but that sounds Christmassy to me. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. I like that. Flowers don't tell, they show. Let's see, nothing so beautiful as spring. I kind of like that one. I don't know what that was about. This is always the hard part for me, is deciding what I want to do. Shine on. Too big, too big. I want simple and small. Little decorative. Now that was pretty. That was pretty. It's a spring. A lovely reminder of how beautiful change can be. That was pretty, kind of cute. Lord of mercy, I just can't seem to get to the smaller stuff. And this one says, I've got sunshine in my pocket. I'm going with this one, guys. I'm going to sit here and bore you to death with this little bit of technicalities here. So we're going to edge it out like we always do, just a little bit edge. I got too much there. I see another color trying to peek through, so we're going to cut that off and ink. And I'm just going to do the same thing again, ink some more up here because it's almost a bluish colored background. I don't like it. Now I like it. So now let's glue it down. And then the tag for the pocket is almost finished. We got to look at it one more time and make sure. I don't think we cut any off the sides. So let's see when it glued down if we're going to have room for it. And it's still a little too wide, so we're going to have to start part of this over. But because it's thicker now, it ought to cut with no problem. And I say ought to with no problem. I'm just saying that, hoping at the same time that it'll do it. Okay, there's a little bit off that side. And I got to make sure that I got a little bit off this side. Well, let's turn it over this way because I don't want to, I want it to stay even with that bottom. All right, oops, come on, stay firm. Trying to cut the same amount off. It looks like I cut a little less, but maybe not enough to matter. And because we don't have roundness at the top, it's not going to bother, but I am going to re-round my bottoms here. And we are going to have to re-ink because we cut some off, so. Okay. That did not turn out well. Okay, that did. All right, let's just re-ink it since we cut the side off. Doesn't have to be a lot. Like I said, I'm just trying to get rid of the white edge. So even if you just, that's my sponge up a little bit. All right, guys, that looks good to me. All right, now let's see if it'll fit in this pocket. It is still a little too tight. So when it's tight like that, you need to go in and loosen your pocket because it shouldn't be that tight. So I'm going to go in like this with my ruler, and I'm going to come towards this side a little bit without completely, but it's going to stretch the paper a little. Okay? Be careful not to rip the inside. I see my ruler right down there, so I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, I loosened it up. Let's see what we've got. See if we did anything that makes any difference. It's still too tight for me. I don't like this tightness. I put too much glue, and when I went to glue, I should have pressed out that way, and I didn't, so it spread in. So unfortunately, and this is just part of the way it goes, we're going to have to cut it down a little more. I didn't want a tall skinny, but it looks like that's what we're going to end up with. All right, let's go again. Let's go again. It's okay. It's okay. We can manage. Okay, so there's a 1/4 inch there. Isn't that where it was? It was right down that line. Oh, man, I'm getting close to my tag now. Oh, I did. I hit my tag on the back. But hey, it's all par for the course. Nice round edge, punch. Nice round edge. It doesn't want to punch. I did cut it. Well, it didn't click, did it? There we go. I guess. Okay, one more time. Ink that edge. One more time. Ink them corners. Get that white off that edge. That's all I'm after. All right, little fella, you need to fit in here. Like that. Perfect. Little bit of a job there, but we got it. So that page is now done on both sides. It will fit in the journal like this. So we've got the first page done. Now these pages like this, totally optional. You can come in and add word art like we did with her and tags. So we're at 44 minutes. So I might can add one. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. I like that one. Let me see what we got. Bible, clip art, chip art, butterflies. All my other stuff is over here. Let me look. I have no idea what I've done with all my stuff. Oh, there it is. There's my little labels and my stamps. I had stuff at my house, guys, so I'm having to get up from my chair and go find it. But just a little something on that front. It doesn't have to be super duper anything. I don't like that. Let's look at the stamps. Let's stick with a little bit larger stamp with some pinkish and purplish in it. I just don't like it. So you know what? We're just not going to, we're going to go back to our word art and grab a word art and see if we can find something. Forget Me Not. I like that one. Hope. I like Hope. Okay, Hope kind of blends with that. And we're going to need one more little something that's not overpowering, kind of like that butterfly. I like this. I love stuff with word text in it, even if it doesn't say anything specifically. Normal. I like that one. A little bit, I like it. Not, I can't say it's really jumping out and making me all that happy. These are advertising labels that I've got here. They're just too big. All right, I think I'm just not going to do extra like that. I think I'm going to do this. Put that aside a minute. I think I'm just going to do the Hope. Like so. There you go. Okay, I like the Hope. I think it's going to put that in the corner. Yep, I think that's what we're going to do. I don't know if I got enough tag here to round it. And I don't know why, sometimes I just feel like the roundness just makes it just more finished. All right, now you're not going in there like you're supposed to. Why? Every other corner rounded like it was supposed to, so why are you not rounding, you silly little corner? Got it. All right. Ink it up one more time. Okay. Hope right there on the front here. Like that. Then I'm going to look at the clip art again and see if I just have one single solitary pansy. I do. That I can put right there and kind of blend over that Hope. Okay. Want this flower to go just a tiny bit over the Hope. There we go. That looks pretty. Alright, so that's cover's done. Alright, guys, that's what I'm going to do for today, because I have still, like I said, I am sorting my dies, and I am putting everything in notebooks with plastic dividers, and you'll see, I'll show you what I'm doing after a while. And I've got tons of that to do, hundreds of it. I mean, still got gobs of these that's got to be sorted, and boy, I can just flip them, choose what I want. So I'm going to call it a day for right now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little bit, but I did feel like I needed to get on here for those of you who are following and putting your book together. So this is where we are. We're on the second signature. We are pretty much finished with the first one. If you've missed any of the series, go to Altered Greeting Card Journal. That's the one that the series this is. And so this is NanaKaye saying have a blessed day. Make sure to spend some time with family. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.